What's up YouTube? It's Elijah on Dream and we're back again with another NBA 2K24 New Gen Rec Center gameplay video. And in today's video, as you can see, we are back on the 7'3" Inside-The-Arc Maestro Victor Wembanyama build. And in today's gameplay, we have a 38-point performance from Wemby himself. This build, absolutely a ton of fun to use. Once you get used to the speed and the strength and everything like that, you can really make this build go crazy. And of course, if you guys want to make this build, the full build video will be linked in the outro. If you click about 10 seconds before, let the video play, it should pop up for you to click on and it will have all of my animations and everything. But first, just in case you haven't seen this build before, you are new to the channel, we will run through the attributes and we'll also give you guys the jump shot for this build. First things first, we do have a 94 close shot, which does give us Hall of Fame Master, Gold Fast Twitch, and Gold Fearless Finisher, along with Hall of Fame Pro Touch. So this allows us to really utilize those badges with the 70 driving layup. It's not the highest rating, but you can't really get a high driving layup on the 7'3". I think 73 is the absolute max that you can get, but you still do get Zion Williamson dunk package. But again, Hall of Fame Pro Touch for this finisher, especially in slashing takeover or Mamba mentality, you can make some really crazy layups, and especially with that 8'1" wingspan. 78 driving dunk, you can get up to a 79, but the 79 driving dunk didn't give us anything, so there was no point in going to a 79. It's just a wasted attribute where we can put it somewhere else. So a 78 driving dunk, but again, if you guys seen the mixtape in the build video, you can get some nasty contact dunks with the dunk meter in slashing takeover or Mamba mentality. A 90 standing dunk, normally I would go to a 92 standing dunk, but we already get Gold Fast Twitch through our 90 close shot, so there's no point going past the 90 standing dunk because this will get us our elite big man contact dunks combined with that 75 vertical. And we do have a 65 post control, so we could get silver post fade phenom and silver post hook specialist. So again, giving you a couple options out of the post as well. I had some extra points and I figured I might as well throw on that post control, make those post hooks and post hop shots even more deadly. Again, only a 78 mid-range shot, but once you get your hot zones, once you get your green machine activated, all your shooting badges increase, you can really become a shot creator from the mid-range, and you can even hit some step back threes even with a 73 3 ball. Again, you guys look at the mixtape in the build video, you can see crazy step backs, all kind of fun stuff, and I do even have a nice step back in this gameplay coming up here. But again, it's a lot easier to hit those step backs once you're in Mamba mentality or sharpshooting takeover. But again, I am shooting 60% from 3 on this build with a 73 3 ball. A lot of people leave you open. They see 7'3" Inside-The-Arc Maestro, they try and help protect the paint, they leave you wide open, you spot up from the corner with your lethal zones, activate your green machine, you can really start knocking down those threes. Unfortunately, only a 59 free throw, but we had to sacrifice something and I wasn't able to get more of a free throw. I really wish I could have. 91 pass accuracy, so we can get that gold needle threader, gold break starter, so once you get those rebounds, you can hold X or A depending on what console you're on. Chuck that ball down the court as fast as you can, get those easy fast break outlet assists. And of course, a 49 ball handle and a 40 speed with ball, so we can get some dribbling animations. 74 interior defense, of course, for bronze post lockdown. 59 perimeter defense, we had 1 extra point. 58 perimeter defense gets you bronze off ball pest, which I highly recommend putting on all of your center builds. I really prefer perimeter defense over steal, especially if you're going to play random rec in a man-to-man defense. If you get switched on a pick and roll, you have to guard a guard or something like that, and this will even just help you get contests on the perimeter. So I've had it where I haven't upgraded my perimeter defense quite yet, and you get a hand up and they can still hit yellow contests over you pretty well. So again, this will help, and especially that 8'1" wingspan, you can get contests on quite a bit of shots. 87 block, that's going to get us that silver anchor. I really wish I could have got a 92 block on this build. That would have been the only thing missing in my mind for this Wemby build. It is pretty much true to Wemby, except I wish I could have got that 92 block, but still, even with the silver anchor 87 block, you can absolutely get the job done. And the 57 offensive rebound, again, you had to sacrifice something, and being 7'3" and only with the 55 speed. From playing on other builds like this, what I found is hard to get offensive rebounds if you are going to stay on the perimeter. This build, I would say, is a perimeter type of build. It's a Wembanyama build, so you want to kind of stay in the perimeter, space the floor, but it just takes forever to crash and get offensive rebounds. So I prioritized having a defensive rebound so we can box out, make sure we don't allow the other team to get second chance points, and then we can secure those boards, get it down the court, get some easy assists and get some easy points and win the game. Again, 55 speed, it takes a little bit of adjusting to get used to it. A lot of people get turned off from this build because of the speed, but once you get used to it, I promise you, it will be absolutely fine and you can do some absolutely wild and crazy things with this build. Again, if you want to try juice perk on this, and especially in Mamba mentality, you probably get up to like plus 15, I believe it is. We'd never actually know what juice perk specifically boosted the ratings by this year, but I'm assuming it would be about a plus 15, so you could probably probably get up to a 70 speed with the juice perk in physicals or Mamba mentality. 45 excel, I love 45 acceleration for the bronze spot finder. It just helps you get nice little speed bursts towards the rim or the three-pointer and helps you get open. 72 strength, again, minimum weight on a 7'3". You can only get up to like a 73 strength, I believe, so there's no point in going to that. So a 72 strength, but we still do get bronze movable enforcer, bronze brick wall. But again, there are some bad matchups for this build. If they do have high strength, high perimeter defense, they can really get bumpy, make you pick up the ball, and it can be frustrating. But again, if that happens, you can drive in, do a quick post up, hit a post hook, keep them guessing, or a post fade, whatever it might be. Just get a little bit tricky with it. 75 vertical to go with our 90 standing dunks. We can get elite big man contact dunks, and last but not least, a 92 stamina so we can get silver workhorse. And of course, my jump shot for this build: Jonathan Isaac base, Marc Gasol release 1, Tim Duncan release 2 on 50% speed, 47% Marc Gasol, and 53% Tim Duncan. So it looks like it's 50% speed, but if you go up 1, it goes to full speed, and then if you take it down 1 tick, it goes to half speed on the Jonathan Isaac base. But as you guys will see, if you go up 1, it will go to a D+ timing stability, and if you go to half speed, you get a C- timing stability. And what I think is, with a lower rating like a 78 or a 73 3 ball, you want a little bit higher timing stability. That way your green window stays about the same. Otherwise, if you have a lower timing stability, your timings might change a little bit more differently, and it might be a little bit harder to green. But again, I love Tim Duncan release. I pretty much have Tim Duncan release on every single one of my jump shots. He has a very, very high release point, and I love that. And especially on a 7'3" with an 8'1" wingspan, if you can get an A release height, A- release speed, and a C defensive immunity. Again, defensive immunity, I wish it could be a little bit better, but this is probably the best that you're going to get with a 78 3 ball. And it's a nice smooth jump shot as well too. It's pretty much as soon as he reaches the top of the apex, that's when you can release. I do use push or the default setting, whatever it was. But again, I have been shooting 60% from 3 with this jump shot with the 73 3 ball. It's been the most money jumper for me this year, I can't even lie. It just naturally fits my timing the best. But again, find whatever works for you. If you like Eric Pascal, maybe you got Chris Bosh, if you can use that. I don't think you can use that on this build, but I believe you could use Pascal. If you want to use that, whatever releases works best for you, absolutely go ahead and do that. Now that we've ran through the attributes and the jump shot for the build, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, so here we've got a 38 point, 7 rebound, 3 assist, 1 steal, and 2 block gameplay on 16 of 22 shooting and 4 of 7 from 3-point land. And we are up against a 95 overall diamond paint piece, and this was actually his first game, so he must have been grinding this build offline, finally felt ready to take it online and come into the rec center. And boy, I gave him the work a little bit here, but unfortunately we don't end up getting the W in this gameplay. So he gets the W, I drop 38 on him. He does get a nice little double-double, but this is one of the builds that can be a problem for this type of build. But jump, we're gonna blow by you, get an easy dunk. That 78 driving dunk is extremely deceiving, especially in slashing takeover or Mamba mentality. The animations that you can get, as you've seen in the build video, which will be linked in the outro, if you click about 10 seconds before and let it play, you should be able to just click on the build video and you guys can make this build exactly. But there, we do miss the 3 ball, but we do get the board and a nice little drive in. And of course, you guys know I like to pass, but in this gameplay, it's more of a scoring gameplay because we only get 7 rebounds and 3 assists, but we needed all of the scoring efforts of this Wemby build here in this gameplay, and unfortunately it still just wasn't enough. I probably could have shot that step back as well too. It would have been absolutely nasty to get Space Creator on this build. One of the builds that I actually did create recently was a 6'11" minimum wingspan with gold Space Creator, I believe it's gold Space Creator, and silver Agent 3s. I wanted to try this out. 6'11", also gets contact dunks. It's kind of like a KD type of build. Actually, one person commented on the last gameplay video of this build and said, hey, I just played rec with you, you're on a KD build, and I just made this a few days ago. Actually, I really wanted to try it out. It's been a ton of fun, so I'm definitely going to be posting that. Make sure you guys keep your eye out, and I do have 2 other builds in the works. I am still working on this KD type of build, but we have the most dominant big man build coming up, and we have another 6'11" slasher that is one of the most fun builds that I've used so far this year. Definitely up there with this one. I absolutely love this 7'3" Wemby build. That would have been absolutely nasty hitting that fading mid-range, but you really can become a shot creator in the mid-range with this build at 7'3", especially Mamba Takeover. And as you can see there, if you guys tap RT or the R2 button on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever you are on, you'll get that nice quick speed burst to the rim, and if your teammate sees you in time and hits you, it's going to be a dunk or a layup every single time. And that is the nice thing about having the 94 close shot on this build as well too. It can give you a little bit different looks from the post, which is extremely cheesy, also at 7'3". With Silver Post Hook Specialist and the 94 close shot, you can green some absolutely crazy post hooks, but in turn, that high close shot rating also does get us that gold Fearless Finisher badge and Hall of Fame Pro Touch. That's what I'm talking about right there. You can become a shot creator from the mid-range, especially with this build, having that big wingspan, having that high defensive immunity, and look at that, even in Mamba mentality, the nasty triple threat to the step back corner 3, man. And look at it again. Oh, absolutely nasty. A 38% contested fading away mid-range shot in Mamba mentality. It is absolutely crazy, and that 8'1" wingspan kicking in right there. I absolutely love having that 8-foot wingspan. I wish I could have got a 92 block on this. It would have been absolutely nasty. We get the block, go coast to coast, use the meter dunk, and that's what I'm talking about right there. If you guys get Mamba mentality, slashing takeover, you can get some really nasty clips. And again, showing off that 94 close shot, this gives you a nice little extra look to give them. You can drive in, quickly post up, hit that post hook. It gives them not enough time to be able to contest you, or you can keep driving in, or you can start pump faking, draw some fouls. This build does get whistle on gold, I do believe, as well too. Unfortunately, right there, we get one of those bad pass animations. That is one of the most frustrating things, absolutely. Grab a board and you try to throw a full court outlet pass, and he ends up throwing like a hip pass when the guy's right in front of you. It can be frustrating at times, but it is what it is. It happens to us all. You just got to deal with it. Get back on defense, try and get it back. And once again, just cheesing the post hooks, trying to get points. We are down by 8 points, unfortunately, or we were down at 8 at that point. Unfortunately, we're only going to get another bucket right here. That nice fading away mid-range, making use of that silver middy magician badge. You can also get Deadeye to pop on those. Guard up can be extremely nasty as well too. But there we have it. Wemby dropping 38 points in the rec center. Not enough to get the W. We take the L by 10, but it is what it is. And random rec, there's only so much that you can do at times, and this was one of those games. But nice little fun gameplay for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.